my lovely Cancer, and welcome to your weekly reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't had a chance to check out your readings, they are up on my channel. Otherwise, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss future readings, love readings, abundance readings, that kind of thing, which I hope to get up in the October month. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get these out. We don't do reversals on weekly readings, but we do on the monthly readings. So let's go ahead and see what we've got going on for you, my lovely Cancers. All right. So we have Judgment here, okay, which tells me that you guys are kind of looking for some advice, really. I feel like for most of you right now, what you're doing is you're at a crossroads and you're needing some sort of guidance, okay? You want somebody to kind of make a judgment one way or another. And this may be you personally, you want some advice to kind of tell you what to do in a in a love situation or in a work situation, a relationship situation, or this may be something where you're kind of hanging out there on an edge and you're kind of like, look, I need a response. I need an answer. Maybe you're applying for a job. Maybe you have somebody that you've shown interest in, and you're just kind of like, they're kind of breadcrumbing you to some extent, and you're feeling like, look, I need some sort of decisiveness, right? You're looking for some sort of like definitive, give me something to work with, right? I feel like that's kind of what you need. You want guidance, you want somebody to make a decision, make a judgment, give you some information, or give you enough information where you can make the judgment. You can say, okay, if they're not gonna give me this much, then I'm gonna say, I'm done, right? Or if they're not gonna tell me, yes, I am gonna have this promotion, then I'm gonna leave this job and look for something else, whatever it may be. But I feel like that's what most of you are facing, is something where you need something, some sort of information, some sort of lead. Either tell me what to do or give me a sign so I can decide, something definitive to go on, right? You feel like you're out there hanging, essentially. And for a lot of you, we've got the 8 of Cups here. And so this is letting me know that for a lot of you, this is a situation where, you may feel like you need to kind of move on. That may be kind of what is in the air for you. You're debating, do I need to move on? And moving on may be as much as like, I need to move on from this relationship, or it may be I need to move on to another job. It may be a family situation, and it may be I need to move on to another position, or it could very well mean I need to actually physically move to another place, just get away from it all. But again, I do feel like right now you are really very much at a crossroads. I feel like you are really trying to, weigh the pros and cons, weigh the best decisions, and you're kind of seeking, and you're not being unclear. I don't feel like you guys are being unclear in that this is what I need to know. This is what I want to happen, or what I want you to tell me about, or, you're not being ambiguous. You're kind of being clear. It's that the signs, or they're not giving you the answers you need for you to make those decisions. So I feel like, that's kind of where it is. It's like, if I can't get something after so long though, I feel like you all are almost at that point where it's like, I will just walk away, period. If I can't get the answers I need, I will just walk away. So I have the King of Swords here as your last card, and I do feel like this is going to be the opportunity that you need, okay? So I do feel like an offer, and this may not be the one you were waiting for, to be honest with you. For many of you, I kind of have the feeling that this is a totally different offer, actually. So for some of you who've been waiting on this job or this promotion at your current position, you may have to walk away. You may say, I'm done, I'm sick of waiting, but you get this that comes in as a much better, stronger offer. Hey, boom, come work here, come do this. You may be saying, look, I've been with this person, dating this specific person for so long, and I've been, very clear about I want to move on forward with our relationship, move in together, get married, whatever the next step is for you. And, you've not been unclear, but they are kind of, breadcrumbing you again. And you finally say, look, I gotta go. I can't just keep doing this. I can't keep playing these games, because you're just not getting the answers you want, but you get an even better option. Somebody who really is like, hey, I don't like what's happening to you. I'm sitting back watching this and I would never do you this way. I think I recognize your talent, your skill, your compassion, your amazing qualities, everything about you, and they are going to pop up. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it's this person. Now, it could very well be, this may be the person that you feel like you're threatening to walk from. You make that ultimatum and then they come through and say, you know what, I don't want to lose you. But either way, no matter how this works out, I definitely feel like this King of Swords energy is letting me know that you are going to get a wonderful land on your feet in a best kind of way opportunity, okay? So whether it's the one that you think that you want right now or one that is just, world works in mysterious ways situation and you get it, whether it's the person that you give the ultimatum to and they come through and say, I can't lose you, fantastic, or somebody else who says, if they're going to treat you like that and put you on the back burner, I'm going to come through and set it on fire, so be it. But I definitely feel like you're going to be pleased with the outcome, and it's going to be somebody who is very into you, very happy, thrilled, excited to have you, whether that be in a situationship, relationship, work, venue, whatever that may be, okay? I think you are going to be very pleased and happy with this outcome. But let's see what your challenge card will be, okay? Because there's always a challenge in everything, right? But I do think it's going to be on your 8 of Cups here. And for a lot of you, I feel like that is you kind of just almost getting fed up, and kind of tired of waiting, maybe ultimatum style for some of you, if that's your kind of MO. Others maybe shutting down, if that's your MO. But let's see what we've got here. 6 of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, I do feel like the challenge is going to be that this is someone from your past, okay? And I think the reason that that's a challenge is what it's telling me is that this is a person that you have history with, okay? So I think the challenge with this person that you are hanging on so long is because you have a history with this person. You've known this person for a long time and you don't want to let it go, right? You're like, I don't want to waste more years and have to start over. We all have had that kind of feeling before, even if it's a work situation. You're like, these are coworkers that I've, really grown to be fond of and have relationships with and, friendships with and, for many, many years. And I don't want to have to leave and start over at a new company and all this because they won't recognize my potential and give me my raise and a promotion and what have you. So, however that resonates with you. And if it's a person, that you've been in a relationship with for years and years and maybe known their family and everything, and that's why we have a whole group here, I feel like that's your biggest challenge, is that you cannot get over the history of your relationship or situationship with this, okay? That's what's making it so hard for you to kind of just walk away. That's why you keep giving him so many chances, so many opportunities. That's why you keep waiting for more signs, when a lot of times people have probably said to you, you probably have friends and family who've said to you, okay, if they're not going to do something at this point, cut bait and run, right? My goodness, you've let them have more than ample opportunities, which is certainly easier said than done, right? When you're on the outside, it's easy to say that, but when you're part of it, that's a whole different story, right? You're invested, right? So I understand that. I totally get that. And I think for people who've been invested for a long time, known these people for a long time, know their family, know, their background, their history, maybe even childhood friends or, people that you've worked with that you've known since you were kids, what have you, any situation like that, there's a lot invested, right? So I think that's your biggest challenge to get over is, can I walk away from somebody I've invested this much in, right? That's what's really hard for you. But I think that either they're going to pull through or something new that's even better is going to pull through, and you're going to realize that, it was great while it was happening, okay? And, you're appreciative of that time you had together, but you don't want to waste another 10 years on something, that won't work, or another 3 years on something that isn't going anywhere, right? You'd rather start over and maybe in 2 years have something that you wouldn't have had if you'd have just sat around waiting for another 3 years with this same situation, because it's not been going anywhere for 3 years now. Why would it go anywhere anymore if you're just going to keep letting it sit, right? So those are the kinds of things you need to think about. Let's look at the psychic deck here on the Judgment card and see what we've got. Balance, okay. And balance is a lot like the Magician card in the psychic deck because, if you look at him, he's got the tools of everything, right? He's got swords, he's got cups, he's got pentacles, he's got it all, right? So everything is at your disposal. And I think what this card is trying to tell you is that you have everything you need to move on if you want to, right? So while you're sitting over here and you're trying to make decisions, and while you're waiting on somebody else to give you signs and ideas and tell you what to do, you really don't need it, okay? You have everything you need right here, right? To, restore your own balance, your own personal balance. You have every tool you need in your arsenal to do that yourself, right? Okay, so if there's any question, if you're like, man, I get it, but I've been wasting forever. I don't want to waste any more time. But on the other hand, I don't want to walk away from something I put so much into. Think about where you want to be, 2 years from now and where you were 2 years ago. Are you in the same place you were 2 years ago? Do you still want to be there 2 years from now? Those are the kinds of things you need to think about and realize that you have all these tools at your disposal. You are your own personal magician. You can pull a rabbit out of your hat and make anything you want happen, right? You can restore your own personal balance. You just have to really want to and make it happen, okay? So really your future is yours, right, to decide. So this is the Moon deck. So we're going to see what we've got here on the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Cups and see if we have any more kind of identifying characteristics here that might tell you what or whom this is that's causing you this dilemma or what to do about it. So focus, okay? And again, I think the thing here is that you're so focused on, not walking away the history that you need to refocus, okay? What this is telling you to do is you need to refocus in order to get back in balance, okay? You need to refocus what it is that you want, right? Not what you've spent, not what you've been doing, okay? We can all look back, but hindsight's 20/20, right? We don't want to look back and say, yeah, we wasted 10 years with this person or this job or whatever if I leave now. But think about it. Are you going to be more mad at yourself if you spend 3 more years hoping for the same, hoping for something with this situation? Or if you go start something new and you maybe have multiple opportunities in a year, right? Because as they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. How long have you been doing the same thing over and over? Refocus what you want and go just for that, right? Don't worry about what you've been doing or what's been happening, and don't worry about what other people are telling you to do. Use the tools at your disposal, rebalance yourself, and refocus for your future, okay? Now let's see what we've got down here. We're going to pull a general, this is a general advice card on the King of Swords, because I do believe you are going to get an amazing opportunity and it's going to be better than what you anticipated or expected. So I do think this is going to be wonderful for you once you kind of decide that you're going to let, things go and just kind of focus on you. So let's see what we've got here for you. It says, to receive, you must release. What can you let go of and what do you want to receive? And I think that is perfect here. It's telling you, if you cannot keep focusing on what you had in the past or what you want to keep holding on to in the past, the longer you hold on to that, the less you are freed up to move forward with new opportunities, new excitement, new adventures. And this opportunity, I do believe, is coming for you. I believe it's not necessarily for a lot of you what you thought you wanted, but I think it's what you need, okay? And I think it's going to be fantastic. It's going to end up being better in the end. It's going to end up being a lot more fruitful for you. It's going to be quicker, more exciting, more fun, more all of these things that you want, and in a shorter span of time. I think if you stuck with this and you continued with this and you didn't free yourself up, rebalance, refocus, and kind of let go, release to receive, you would just be stuck in the same cycle over and over for who knows how long, right? So I think you guys know what you need to do here. And I think you have the opportunities coming for you to absolutely make it happen. You just have to be willing to kind of let go of some of the stuff that you've kind of been, so accustomed to for so long, okay? Kind of try some new things. So hopefully this works out for you. It does look great. And if it does, please do let me know in the comments and like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.